Artificial meat.
Artificial meat, also known as cultured meat or lab grown meat, is meat produced by cultivating animal cells in a controlled environment instead of slaughtering animals. This technology replicates the texture, taste, and nutritional profile of traditional meat, offering a sustainable and ethical alternative to conventional livestock farming.
How artificial meat is made.
A small sample of animal cells, typically stem cells or muscle cells, is taken from a live animal. This process does not harm the animal.
Cell cultivation.
The cells are placed in a nutrient rich culture medium which provides proteins, sugars, vitamins, and minerals essential for growth.
Bioreactor growth.
The cells are placed in a bioreactor, a controlled environment that mimics the conditions of a living animal, allowing the cells to multiply and grow into muscle tissue.
Tissue structuring.
The cultivated cells are structured into layers to replicate the texture of meat. This can involve scaffolding or 3D printing techniques.
Harvesting.
Once the desired tissue structure is achieved, the meat is harvested, processed, and prepared for consumption.
Where is artificial meat made?
Artificial meat is primarily produced in research laboratories and production facilities specializing in biotechnology. Major countries working on and producing artificial meat include
United States.
companies like Upside Foods and Eat Just lead in cultured meat production.
Netherlands.
Musa Meat, one of the pioneers in this industry, is based here.
Singapore.
The first country to approve lab-grown meat for sale in restaurants.
Israel.
Companies like Altaf Farms focus on producing steak-like cultured meat.
China.
Increasing investment in lab-grown meat technologies to address food security.
Where is artificial meat eaten?
Currently, artificial meat is primarily available in limited regions.
Singapore.
Approved and available for public consumption in some restaurants.
United States and Europe.
Still undergoing regulatory approval, but small-scale tasting events are common.
Specialized restaurants and events worldwide.
Some upscale restaurants and tech expos offer cultured meat as a novelty.
Why choose artificial meat? Ethical reasons.
Avoids animal slaughter.
Environmental impact.
Reduces greenhouse gas emissions and land use compared to traditional meat production.
Food security.
Can provide a reliable food source as global meat demand rises.
Health benefits.
Potential to control fat content and eliminate antibiotics or hormones commonly used in conventional livestock farming.
Comparison between artificial meat and traditional meat. Environmental benefits. Artificial meat.
Production method grown from animal cells in a lab environment.
Environmental benefits. Traditional meat.
Comes from raising and slaughtering animals.
Health consideration. Artificial meat.
Impact on animals does not harm animals.
Health consideration. Traditional meat.
Requires animal slaughter. Low greenhouse gas emissions, minimal land and water usage. High resource usage, significant emissions. Taste and texture mimics traditional meat, improving over time. Natural taste and texture. Currently expensive but becoming cheaper. Generally affordable, especially common meats. Fat and protein levels can be controlled. Natural but can contain high fat or contaminants. No antibiotics or hormones used. Often includes antibiotics and hormones. Available in a few countries. Widely accessible worldwide. Supports animal welfare. Involves animal life loss. Uses up to 90% less water. Requires 95% less land. Reduces greenhouse gas emissions by up to 75%. High resource consumption including land and water. Significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. Lower risk of heart diseases due to controlled fat levels. Produced in a sterile environment, reducing contamination risks. Rich in protein but can have higher fat or contamination risks. Many contribute to health issues if not consumed in moderation.
Which is better?
If you prioritize environmental sustainability, ethics, and health, artificial meat is the better choice. If you prefer natural taste and traditional farming practices, traditional meat may be more suitable.
So this was the video. Hope you found this video useful. Please give your feedback below in the comment box and do subscribe before leaving. I am Altaf Malik and you are watching me on my English language channel. Thank you. Bye bye.